Hello, and thank you for your time. This briefing is an overview of a truly transformative opportunity for Canada. We're going to explore a proposal that sits at the intersection of space, artificial intelligence, and Indigenous leadership, a combination that could create a landmark moment for the entire nation. So let's dive right in.
Here's our roadmap. First, we'll talk about why this is happening right now. Then, we'll get into the core vision of what's actually being proposed. After that, and this is crucial, we'll show you the proof that this is far more than just a concept. And finally, we'll lay out the clear path for a strategic partnership.
So, the big question is, why now? Well, the argument here is that this isn't just a good idea, it's an idea whose time has come. We're at a unique, pivotal moment where several powerful forces are aligning. And frankly, it's creating a window of opportunity for Canada to lead on the world stage.
At the heart of it all is this one central idea. This project is a strategic necessity because three massive shifts are happening all at once in technology, in Indigenous innovation, and in federal policy.
So what are these three forces? First, the technology itself. Orbital computing has officially left the realm of science fiction and is now a commercial reality. Second, the people. Indigenous innovators across this country are already leading the way in developing values-driven AI. And third, the policy. The federal government's mandate for reconciliation is actively looking for exactly these kinds of tangible, forward-thinking solutions.
Okay, so we've established the why now. Let's get to the what. This is the core concept we're talking about, the Indigenous AI Data Center in Space, or the IADCS.
The vision is, without a doubt, ambitious. It's to create the world's first Indigenous-led orbital AI data center. This means putting powerful, next-generation computing, quantum-enhanced, and enterprise-grade AI into low Earth orbit. This would provide absolutely critical connectivity for remote communities and, importantly, generate revenue that flows directly back to Indigenous nations, all under a governance model that reflects Indigenous values.
This one phrase really says it all. It captures the entire philosophy. It represents a fundamental shift away from how we usually treat data, like oil, something to be extracted, commoditized, and sold. Instead, this project proposes a relational model where data is treated like kin, something to be cared for, protected, and used to benefit the entire community, all under Indigenous stewardship.
And from a practical standpoint, moving data centers into space gives us some massive structural advantages. Just look at this comparison. A space-based model is 10 times cheaper on energy. It uses zero water. It uses the natural vacuum of space for cooling, so no expensive systems. And you get 100% solar uptime with absolutely zero terrestrial footprint. We're not talking about small improvements here. These are game-changing numbers. Now, I know what you might be thinking. This all sounds a little futuristic. Well, this next section is designed to address that head-on. We're pivoting from the vision to the concrete, tangible proof that shows this is not just possible, but practical.
Let me be absolutely clear on this. The technology to make this happen isn't something we're waiting for 5 or 10 years down the road. It exists. It's being deployed as we speak. And that fact alone moves this entire project out of the realm of speculation and into the world of operational planning.
And here is the definitive proof. In November 2025, a company called StarCloud successfully put an NVIDIA H100 GPU into orbit. Now, for context, that's like the engine for high-powered AI. This milestone proved, for the first time, that running enterprise-grade AI in space is viable today. So the question is no longer if this can be done. The real question is, who is going to lead?
And because the technology is now a reality, it's creating an absolutely massive economic opportunity. The market for in-orbit data centers is projected to just explode. It's going from under $2 billion in 2029 to over $39 billion by 2035. That's a compound annual growth rate of over 67%. This is not a niche market. It's the next frontier of our digital economy.
So the technology is real, and the market is there. But what about the leadership? Well, this proposal rests on another simple fact. Indigenous-led infrastructure projects in Canada are already a proven success story.
And we just have to look at the evidence. The Malahat Nation is building Canada's first Indigenous-led AI campus. The Woodland Cree First Nation is turning an old power plant into a massive AI data center. Aurora Renewables in Saskatchewan is developing an advanced smart microgrid. These projects establish a very clear precedent for managing complex, large-scale technology infrastructure successfully.
So, with the context set and the concept completely validated, we come to the final piece, the call to action. And this isn't just a request for funding, it's an invitation to a strategic partnership that aligns perfectly with key government mandates.
This project is really a turnkey solution for multiple federal priorities. For Bill C-15, implementing the UN Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples, this is a tangible act of data sovereignty and economic reconciliation. For Canada's AI and digital innovation strategy, it's a chance to be a global leader. And for Arctic sovereignty, it provides critical northern infrastructure that's owned and operated by the people who live there. It's just a strategic fit across the board.
So, what is the specific ask to turn this vision into reality? Well, it's straightforward and it's focused.
The request is for Phase 1, a prototype and demonstration stage that would run from 2025 to 2027. This is not a 10-year blank check. It's a targeted, initial investment to prove out the technical and commercial models, and of course, the community benefit model.
The federal investment required to launch this crucial first phase is between $150 and $250 million. This is designed to de-risk the project and unlock significant private and Indigenous-led investment down the road.
And the return on that investment for Canada? The projections are substantial. We're talking about global leadership in a brand new tech sector. $2 to $5 billion in annual revenue flowing directly to Indigenous nations by 2032, the creation of thousands of Indigenous careers in STEM, and clear, measurable outcomes for both reconciliation and Arctic sovereignty.
So, it all comes down to this. This project represents a unique convergence of Canada's greatest strengths, our proven Indigenous leadership, our deep history and space expertise, and our cutting-edge AI innovation. The proponents have made it clear. They are ready to lead. The only question left is the government ready to support?